Nick is with us in Kansas City. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Certainly. How can we help?
So I'm in baby step 3 right now, and honestly, I feel like I'm having a hard time committing to it. So if I can give a quick explanation, basically I feel like I'm in a job I don't really like, and I kind of want to quit, and that's why I feel like I'm not really so committed. You know what I mean?
Well, having an emergency fund for your family is a different thing to be committed to than having a job that you hate. They're two different things.
I don't quite understand.
Well, the emergency fund is taking care of your family and taking care of stabilizing your household. Your career choice is a completely different thing from an emergency fund. I hate my job. I mean, you could change your job tomorrow, whether you had an emergency fund or not, as long as you made the same amount of money or more.
Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank with what you're saying. I apologize.
That's okay. That's okay. There are two separate issues. Your emergency fund should not, your motivation to do an emergency fund should not be affected by the fact that you hate your job. Looking for a new job should be affected by that. Changing careers should be affected by that. That may or may not entail you need some money to do all of that. But you need an emergency fund to protect your family regardless of what career you have. It's a separate,
I see what you mean.
It's a separate issue. And so the motivation to do them both is a separate motivation. It's a separate reasoning. So I think you need to work on both. I think you do need to talk about changing careers. What do you do for a living?
I'm a software engineer.
Okay, and what do you want to do?
Well, my ultimate dream is to develop video games and start a business of my own to do that. I mean, I do it as a hobby, just on the side. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to, eventually build that up as a business where I'm making a side income and all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there's a lot of open doors to contracting and side gig hustle in that world. Tons and tons you could do, and you could make extra money, all with the motivation of not only first getting my emergency fund in place, but then also get some an additional war chest aside to be able to start my own gig. But what if you got enough gaming side gigs going that it almost equaled your regular income?
Well, I mean, if I was making enough from just the side gig, then I'd probably just go ahead and quit my job.
There you go. And if you if you didn't, what do you make now at your job?
$79K.
Okay. And so what if you were at $50K instead of $80K with side hustles, but in addition to your emergency fund, you had $30K banked as a war chest 1 year to cover the difference? Then you could quit your job too, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd definitely live off of that. It's no problem.
Yeah. So the point is finishing the emergency fund and building the side gig hustle as big as you can build it, as fast as you can build it, are those two are tied together, because we need more than an emergency fund to be able to just quit, or we need to replace the income with side hustle, or some combination of those two things. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So now, so take as much side gig as you can get and work your tail end off. Get crazy for a short period of time. And, and the good news is, in your world, you can make a lot of money in a short period of time. You should be able to double your household income in 12 to 18 months.
I see. All right. Well, sounds like a plan and all. It's just I got to map it out,
Exactly. You got to go get the gigs now. You got to go get somebody to work side deals for, right?
Yes.
That's not in any kind of violation with your current employer. You don't want to have any ethics issues or legal issues or anything like that. But hang on, I'm going to send you a copy of Ken Coleman's book, The Proximity Principle, which is a wonderful book about building a career that you love. And this will show you exactly how to do that, the proven strategy that will lead to the career you love. And it's #1 bestseller. We'll send it out to you. Our gift. Hang on, man. Open phones at 888-825-5225. What I didn't ask him about, and I goofed, was I should have asked him and confirmed my suspicion that he's never had a big emergency. Because usually if you've had a big emergency or two smack you around, life has punched your teeth out a couple times, you really see the value for the emergency fund much more than if you've never had those down times. That's my guess. Well, it's not a problem. It's just you think he's looking for motivation. It's a good discussion. Thanks for calling, Nick.